Your home did not sell, and right now you're probably feeling one of the three things. You're frustrated, you're confused, or you're quietly wondering, was there something wrong with my home? I'm here to tell you there wasn't. But there was something wrong with the strategy, and today I'm going to show you exactly what went wrong and how we can change it. Number one, the audit. What actually happened to your listing? When I sit down with the seller whose home did not sell, the first thing we do together is that we perform a full listing audit. What are we going to check in this audit? We're going to look at the three specific windows of time about this listing. Why? Because data doesn't lie. Your listing told a very clear story. Most sellers just not had anyone ever tell them the story. The first 72 hours a listing was on are the most critical window in a listing. The moment your home hits the MLS, serious buyers and the agents are notified. Those first 3 days generate the more activity in next 3 months or weeks. How many showings did you get in first 72 hours? How many inquiries? If the answer is very few, the listing had a positioning problem. And that's number one. Second, week 1 to 3, this is where buyer's psychology becomes critical. Buyers don't just look at your home, they compare it against every other home in their option of their price range. If your home was not generating showings in the first 3 weeks, it means buyers were choosing other homes over yours. Not because your home was bad, but because something about the way it was presented or priced did not connect with them, because they were not looking in this price market. Third, the price reduction. Almost every expired listing has one of the price reduction. And here's something very important to understand. The price reduction after 45 or 60 days of market time does not reset your listing. It actually signals to buyers that there is something wrong. They start to wonder, why it didn't sell? Why nobody wanted it? And if they didn't want it in the past, why would they want it now? So price reduction without a full relaunch strategy is the most expensive mistake a seller can make. So number 2, buyer psychology. Understanding how buyers actually think. That's the most important aspect. It's a buyer's market. They have more choices. Here's what nobody tells the buyers. Here's what nobody tells the sellers. Buyers are not just buying a home. They're buying into a feeling. They make their decisions emotionally first, logically second. When a buyer clicks on your listing online, they have approximately 8 seconds to make that feel. If they get it in 8 seconds, they are going to go in detail. If not, they're going to skip. This is the power. The right headline, the right impression, the right first impression. Here is where buyer pools comes into effect. Most listings are marketed broadly, 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, and they're all around the place. But every home has a specific buyer, a specific person with specific needs, specific life situation, and a specific emotional trigger that makes them say, this is the one. My job is to identify that buyer before we list. Build the entire presentation around what they are looking for, and then place your home directly in front of them. Not hope that they just stumble across, but a strategic plan. Part 3, the process. What I do differently is that I understand how buyers think, and I make your home the first choice. So what does that actually look like? Every single step matters. Step 1, the honest audit. We sit down together. We pull the data from previous listing, showings, feedback, stays on market, price history, and I tell you exactly what the market was telling us. And what we are going to do differently this time. Step 2, data-based pricing. Not what you hope to get, not what your neighbor sold for 2 years ago. What today's specific buyer in today's specific market will pay for your home, happily, priced right from day one. Because chasing the market down is the most expensive strategy today is. Step 3, expanding the buyer pool with professional photography, compelling listing, and targeted digital campaigns on the different social media platforms where your most buyers are actually spending time on. Emails, direct outreach to buyers agents who are actually working with qualified buyers right now. We don't wait for buyers to find you. We find them first. Step 4, staging an emotional presentation. We make sure that when a buyer walks through your home or even online, they feel something, because a house that feels right sells faster and for far more money every single time. Step 5, precision negotiation. When offers come in, and they will, I negotiate every single detail. Price, conditions, closing dates, inclusion. My job is to make sure you walk away with the maximum money in today's market, not just a deal, the right deal. And step 6, I communicate with you throughout every showing. Every piece of feedback that will make our home the number one choice. Every market update that affects your home price. For example, HST rebate on new homes. How is that going to affect? How we will strategize to counter it. You will never be left wondering what's happening because you deserve to know. And finally, how is it going to feel? This is the most important part. When you picture yourself, when you sold your home, you were in market for days and months, and now your home just sold for the right price. The price you're happy with, and the terms you can actually work with. And you have been carrying this uncertainty, this frustration, this load, and wondering if it was ever going to happen. Adjusting your plans, putting things on hold, and waiting for things to happen. Maybe you just wanted to upsize for a growing family, or maybe you were just ready to downsize and finally slow down a little bit in life. Or maybe this was a new chapter for you in a new city, a new opportunity, new beginning that has been on pause because the sale has not happened yet. Look, that moment when the conditions are removed, when the deposit is in trust account, when we finally say it's sold, that feeling is what I go for every single day. And I want that for you, not eventually, now, with the right strategy. That is exactly what we are doing. That is exactly what we're going to get. And what you need to do, call now. Just 30 minutes of free consultation, no obligation. If you like what I say, and if you seriously see a plan, a strategy in place to get you what you want, we'll work together. If not, we'll shake hands and be on our way. Call now.